Here is your latest African news. Africa-wide. African Cup of Nations organizers insist that next month's delayed tournament will go ahead. African Cup of Nations organizers insist that next month's delayed tournament will go ahead. The organizers face resistance from European clubs because of rising cases of the new coronavirus strain Omicron. The General Secretary of the CAF say the release of players is dictated by FIFA regulations and not the clubs. 24 teams are expected to take part in the Africa Cup of Nations. The authorities in Cameroon appear ready to host this major event. The Africa Cup of Nations takes place between the 9th of January and 6th of February 2022. Central African Republic. Anti-French sentiment rises in the Central African Republic. The Central African Republic anti-French sentiment is ever growing following the decision by the European Union to suspend its military training program. A march has been organized in the capital Bangui, where local media says the flags of France and the EU will be set on fire. The EU says it acted because it believes the Russian mercenaries Wagner exert undue influence over the Central African Republic's armed forces, and it fears it could get tied up in the violations of international law. Senegal. Senegal national dish added to UNESCO heritage site. The United Nations Cultural Agency UNESCO on Wednesday added Senegalese national dish, a rice and fish platter called Ceebu Chen, to its cultural heritage list. Senegal's cultural ministry applied to include the dish, which is widely consumed in the West African country, on the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity list in October. The northern Senegalese city of Saint Louis is believed to be the birthplace of the dish. The city, whose old center itself is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, borders the Atlantic Ocean and hosts a thriving fishing community. Ceebu Chen, also pronounced as Ceebu Jen in Wolof, joins other food-related items in the UNESCO list, such as the art of Neapolitan pizzaulo and couscous culture in Mauritania, Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe was hit by an exodus of health professionals. A huge exodus of health professionals amid the COVID-19 pandemic is hitting Zimbabwe hard, with more than 2,200 leaving to take jobs in the US, UK, Australia, and neighboring states. According to the government's Health Service Board, this is more than double the number of doctors, nurses, and pharmacists who left last year and 3 times the number that left in 2019. The World Health Organization recommends a minimum of 23 doctors per 10,000 people, which Zimbabwe is far from meeting. South Africa. 24 rhinos killed in South Africa in 2 weeks. 24 rhinos have been killed in South Africa in about 2 weeks, the Environment Ministry has confirmed. It says 7 carcasses were found in the Kruger National Park, another 7 in Mpumalanga Province, 6 in KwaZulu-Natal, and 4 in Western Cape. The ministry has condemned the continued poaching of rhinos for their horns, saying 9 suspected poachers have been arrested in the first 14 days of December. It has encouraged the public to assist with any information that could lead to the arrest and prosecution of poachers. South Africa is home to nearly 80% of Africa's rhino population, which stands at less than 30,000. Hundreds are killed every year for their horns, most of which are destined for Asia, where rhino horn is an ingredient in medicine and herbal remedies. The Environmental Department says it will give an update on the total number of rhinos killed for their horns in 2021 early in 2022. Ghana. Ghana borders to remain shut to avert COVID wave. Ghana's land borders will remain closed indefinitely to prevent a potential 4th wave of COVID-19 infections in the country. President Nana Akufo-Addo said in a national address early in the week that his government was monitoring the level of threat of the disease and ongoing vaccination in neighboring countries before it can reopen borders. Residents in border towns have protested against a prolonged closure of Ghana's land borders that began when the pandemic broke out last year. Only transit cargo trucks are exempt from the border's closure. President Akufo-Addo said the current data points to a favorable COVID-19 situation, but urged vigilance. Meanwhile, the Ghana Health Service (GHS) has said the large quantities of COVID-19 jabs distributed in the southeastern Volta region have expired due to vaccine hesitancy. Ghana has so far administered 6.4 million doses out of the 17.7 million vaccines available in the country. The West African country has recorded over 130 cases and 1,243 deaths. Thanks for watching. Visit our YouTube channel tunacheki to watch our daily news reports and our website tunacheki.tv for all the latest news updates. Also, don't forget to catch the return of our show Africa in the News on our channel. You can directly support this new series by becoming our YouTube member or becoming a Patreon. And remember, Africa is watching.